lot more development going on the field. What lessons have you learned? What do you do next?
Well, to Gary's point about, first of all, maintaining the asset, making sure that it's first class, making sure that there aren't triggers on the public in many communities around the country who sign leases that said, you know, Stadium X has the new doodad, we get it too. We didn't sign that lease, so that's never going to be an issue in Minnesota. We're not, the public authority is not going to be in a position where the team tells Minnesota Ballpark Authority how to spend money. They deposit money with us, they come to us and say, we'd like to improve it this way or that way. In the first year, they added a second scoreboard at their own cost. So, number one, maintain what we have in a first-class manner. Number two, continue to improve connections around the building. Again, the park was built downtown, ended at the backside of Target Center. It literally was a surface parking lot, a freeway, and then the waste incinerator kind of across the chasm. So this project, we see it as kind of the start of a bigger urban center, not just because of the ballpark, but because of the rail investments that are happening. We're going to have $2 billion worth of rail lines coming into our left field corner. We think that that investment is going to stimulate additional development, not necessarily the ballpark, but we're part of that center, that transportation center in our left field corner. And this project's breaking ground in the next few months, so we feel really good about the future.
Stan, if you were designing that urban center, how would you stimulate the development? Sorry, I changed it around on you.
Yeah, you did change it around.
Feel free to answer previous.
Yeah, well, just for a closing comment, I think I'll pass on that bit. I'm not an economist, but just a comment. I as an architect, I'm highly involved in our professional organizations, but I really like Parker Field. I think it's a great facility. I think what's interesting out there is that as a group, as architects, there are some scathing reviews of Yankee Stadium and Citi Field in New York for the Mets, which is really interesting to me as an architect. I guess, you know, the real challenge to an architect, and we talk about Camden Yard, the real challenge is to design a 21st century facility, 21st century venue for a very traditional game. And I guess being involved in SABR on the Ballparks committee, what we're hoping to do is to get fans' input to make it more fan-friendly. To you know, this is baseball's for the people, and I mean owners have to make it. They have to have good ball players. But I just think going forward, it's an exciting time, and how does the ballpark of the 21st century really come about? And in my opinion, I was working with the Yankees in the planning process back in the mid-90s. One good process, and I'll just leave you with this thought, was to have had a design competition for Yankee Stadium, for example, where a number of architects that were baseball fans could have submitted their ideas. Then maybe there's more advocacy for the fans who have been involved in speaking out on what they liked, what they saw, as opposed to it being, I mean, to me as an architect, doing a replica of Yankee Stadium from 1923 isn't what a good architect should do.
Well, Fenway had a symposium that tried to do that, and one of the recommendations of the new Ballpark Inc. report was to hold the Gillette in Minneapolis as ASAP to bring folks like Stan and Phil Bess and everyone here back in 2001 to show how you could build something that would, you know, to see all the possibilities. And that never happened. The city wasn't interested. But that to me is another way to get a good result, is you get competing ideas there that the public can view, which might influence what the owners do, as opposed to the owners saying, no, I'm just going to go with them.
Before any final comments from the panelists, just a quick reminder, and I can't remember what we said 90 minutes ago, I believe we're having an abridged version of our business meetings, Ballparks and the Business of Baseball Committee. Ballparks, I believe, is in this room, Business of Baseball outside of the room. Fine with that?
It is. We're outside the room.
You're outside the room, okay. No, just outside. We'll find a different room, we'll congregate out there. Business of Baseball will congregate out there, we'll find
No,
a
no. Well, if you can't find a room, we can just split this room.
Split.
Because I don't